Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Coffee and Collaboration. Your host, Kimberly Winborn, will show you the power of proactive networking. Grab your coffee and let's get started.
Good morning and welcome to the Coffee and Collaborations radio show. My name is Kimberly Winborn. I'm your host. Thank you for joining us this morning. Make sure you grab your coffee. Make sure it's hot. We're going to have an amazing show today. I am so excited. Why? Because April is Financial Literacy Month. And what that means is that we are going to be having guests this month that are in the financial services industry that can provide us with great information as to how we can better equip ourselves financially moving forward to end out 2019, but also to propel forward financially. I'm really excited about April being Financial Literacy Month. Every year, it is a month that around the nation, people recognize things that they should do better. If no other time, they focus on it in April. So companies that are in financial services really highlight great tips. They have events and so many things that focus towards helping people with their legacy, helping people with their finances to grow to another level. And so that excites me. So make sure to stay plugged into Kimberly Winborn LLC. Make sure to stay plugged into Coffee and Collaborations and watch out for some awesome guests on the show this month. So I'm going to take a quick commercial break and then we'll be right back with our show, Coffee and Collaborations. It's just going to be you and I this morning because I wanted to talk about a subject that is near and dear to my heart, and it's actually the name of the show, Coffee and Collaborations. We're going to focus on the latter part, collaboration. I want to give tips, tidbits, things that I've learned, lessons along the way, how to do it even better because, guys, you can't imagine that I'm just sharing with you and I'm not trying to grow myself. I've learned this thing. I've gotten really great at it, but I can always get better. And as I learn, I'm going to share it with you. So stay plugged in. We'll be right back with Coffee and Collaboration.
Announcing the Every.Black 2019 Entrepreneur Virtual Conference. Attend and learn from businessmen and women that are actually doing it. Expand your network exponentially, regardless of geographical location, and begin doing business globally. Put your products and services in front of the eyes and ears of prospective customers and partners all over the world. The date of the conference is June 6 and 7, 2019. Register now, because obtainable wealth is within you. So sign up today for the Every.Black 2019 Entrepreneur Virtual Conference at www.every.black/conference, every.black/conference. So give us a call at 919-265-8045 or sign up online at www.every.black/conference.
Welcome back. Let's dive right in. Collaboration. Do you know what collaboration means? I would love to have this conversation. Maybe you can write into the show. Go to www.coffeeandcollaborations.com. Don't forget the S, coffeeandcollaborations.com, and let us know, what is your view of collaboration? Maybe you have some tidbits and examples. You can go right to the Facebook page from there or even Instagram and chime in on a post. What does collaboration mean to you? By definition, collaboration is the action of working with someone to produce or create something. It's to work jointly towards a common goal. Some synonyms are participation, alliance, partnership, association. So that's what collaboration is. But what does that mean to you? And I'm sure it's different across the board. And so what I've been doing through the Instagram page is kind of sharing my tips, the things that I've learned through personal development, life skills, professional development, what collaboration means to me. We had a guest on a few weeks ago. Her name was Tanya Joyner Scott, and she talked about the concept of collaboration not being 1 + 1 = 2, but 1 + 1 side by side representing, if visually you could see this, it's the number 11. So when you think of that, when you think of 1 and 1 instead of 1 plus 1, what does that make you consider in your life? Are you showing up as your 1, determined to just hold on to whatever that is for you? Or are you showing up looking to be able to create a partnership, looking to be able to go beyond just your 1 that you brought to create that 1 and 1? And I love that. I heard that described that way a few years ago, probably it was about 2015, 2016, and George Fraser, who is the founder of the Power Networking Conference. Well, he came here to North Carolina, and my business partner and I hosted him for a Triangle Entrepreneurial Leadership event. And it was absolutely powerful. We met some amazing people that night who are actually in the financial literacy space, financial wellness space. And 1 and 1 instead of 1 plus 1 was the very first time I heard of that concept. And it was awesome. And from that moment on, I was able to visually be able to see what collaboration is, what collaboration means to me. That is the perfect description. So on the Coffee and Collaborations radio show, we started off way before the show with the concept of sitting down. Some people there's a group called 1 Million Cups, and it makes me think about this when I think about that group. How many cups of coffee, how many business deals are made over cups of coffee? Well, we got away from that. Because of this digital age, we got away from that. We got very comfortable with staying behind the computers, behind the conference lines, and never sitting across the table from one another. And business got different. I promise you, the power of networking leading to amazing collaborations is not a myth. It is not something falsified that is a fairy tale. It is absolutely possible and absolutely true. And showing up with the idea that you are there to serve in some capacity. So basically, that doesn't mean that you walk into a room or walking into a situation, an intentional networking experience where you're just, lollygagging, oh, I'm just here to do the dishes, I'm here to serve. No, it's I'm here to see what is it that I can give service. What is it that I can give? And as a result of me giving that, I am going to be okay. As a result of me focusing on that, focusing on giving, I am going to absolutely get what I need because I'm attracting it back to myself. One of the things that I tell people is to be sure to make sure you're ready. Make sure you have your things together, your business cards, or either a digital business card, or that you know your mission and vision statement, that you are well able to represent your company. But if you're truly looking to go to a different level in your business, collaboration is key. Think about it. Some of your favorite companies have merged together to produce a better product. I know that there's a big bank merger coming up here very soon, and each of them will lose their previous identity to create a better future for the two banks' customers. And I know they're excited about it. So think about that when you think about holding back from working with someone else who may even be in the same industry. Think about that. Think about the bigger picture. Think about those examples. So we're going to move forward with a couple of collaboration tips. But before that, I want to shout out that we have an event here in Raleigh, North Carolina called Third Thursdays. And that will be on April the 18th, 6:30 p.m. So for any entrepreneurs who are in the area listening to the sound of my voice, or those that would like to come in town in order to be among a community of like-minded individuals who are looking to grow and who are able to help you do the same, please plug in to the Triangle Entrepreneurial Leadership Third Thursday event. As I mentioned a moment ago, that's going to be on April the 18th, 6:30 p.m. Go to Triangle Entrepreneurial Leadership on Instagram as well as Facebook to follow the group, follow the page, and get more information. So I'm going to go on and take a commercial break because I want to go ahead and be able to give you those collaboration tips without breaking. And I hope that you'll be able to glean something from what I'm saying. I hope it helps someone along the way as you're trying to figure out how to do this thing better, how to do business better, how to do life better, how to do even networking and collaboration better. That's what we're all about here. So the Coffee and Collaborations radio show is your one-stop shop resource, not only for tips on networking and collaboration, but also business tips, also entrepreneurs who have experience that is beyond priceless to be able to hear some of the tips and advice that they can give, and as well training to go to the next level. I'm going to be highlighting and promoting the class that I've created, Business Networking and Communication Skills, under the Coffee and Collaborations brand. And that class has so many components that have been able to help those students who have been in my classes that I've been able to teach, from branding, social media, as well as mindset, the entrepreneur versus the hustler, as well as the power tools that can help you grow to the next level, reading, listening to audios, associating with like-minded people. So many principles and concepts that really help the entrepreneurs that I've been able to work with in the 18 years that I've been an entrepreneur, but also in the 5 years that I've been coaching and in personal development. So hold tight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Coffee and Collaborations. Be right back.
How's your credit? Some companies will help you check your credit for free, but what are they going to do to help you repair your credit? At Fix Credit for You, we'll give you a free credit consultation to cover your credit report and scores. Then develop a customized game plan to help you improve your credit score. You no longer need to be discouraged, but be encouraged. As we work directly with your creditors and the Big Three credit bureaus, we'll check, challenge, and help you dispute inaccurate information on your credit report to ensure it's fair and accurate. You can track your success 24/7 online or on your smartphone. Call FixCreditForYou.com now at 1-800-908-6149 to get your free credit repair consultation. Take charge of your financial future with FixCreditForYou.com.
Welcome back to the Coffee and Collaborations radio show. Tip number 1 on collaboration: communicate defined goals. In order to have successful collaborations, know the reason you want to work in collaboration with the other party. Define the purpose, define the goals. How many times have you started a project and never defined the purpose or the goals because you were just excited about working with that person or just excited about the project itself? We got to take a step back, defining the purpose of the collaboration, defining the goals before we can move forward. Communication is so key to a successful collaboration. So number 1, communicate defined goals. Number 2, practice the 2 I's, integrity and intentionality. Be intentional about who you wish to collaborate with. Be sure it makes sense for your business, and be sure to hold up your end of the relationship by having integrity. Do what you say you will and communicate when you cannot. Many collaborations fail as a result of people missing these key components. So if you have a task in a collaboration that you're supposed to fulfill that task or communicate otherwise. We all have shortcomings. We all have things that we thought were going to work out, but they don't. Communicate it. So be intentional. Make sure that you're collaborating with people that it is going to work for the team. It's going to work for both of you. So be intentional. Know what connections you need. Know what connections are going to help to grow your business, your mission, your purpose. Be intentional in your networking. And therefore, you can create amazing collaborations. Have integrity in your networking, in your life, so that you can be an integritous person in your collaboration. People are depending on you. Show up and be about your word. Number 2 was practice the 2 I's, integrity and intentionality. All right, number 3, get used to saying we instead of I. Edify your team, not your efforts. Edify your team. Use the word we as opposed to using the word I. To be successful in your collaborations, be sure to remember that it is a team effort. Even if someone on the team doesn't fully produce on a project, handle that problem with care. Make sure you get that person in line, or if they're not going to be a part of the team any further, handle that. I'm not saying to be an idiot and do anything that is not going to be fruitful for your business long term. However, if you're on that project, edify the full team and then handle that later. Don't single that person out. Collaboration is a mindset. And like the old saying goes, there is no I in team. So number 3, get used to saying we. Edify your team. Lift up your team. Number 4, constantly look for and expect the good. Because you get what you look for. I mean, it's true. We so easily are able to look at the negatives in others, even in ourselves. It's easier to look at the negatives than the positives, but always look for the good. If you're looking for the good, you'll find it. In turn, if you're looking for something to be a problem, if you're looking for the bad, you'll also find that. So seek the good constantly, consistently. This is a tip that once you've established that you can trust someone, it's enough. Once you have established that you can trust someone enough to collaborate with them, you have to remember they're not your enemy. This tip is going to take you far. Communicate concerns, but expect the good. And therefore, you can expect to win. So number 4, constantly look for and expect the good from your team. Number 5, and we're going to stop at 5. Be sure you remain loyal to your original terms within the collaboration until something else is agreed upon. Back to that word integrity. And that's a word that you'll hear me discuss quite often in collaboration, because character can so tear a collaboration apart. If you're on time and the people in your team are not, and it could be you that needs to work on that. I know that's something that I had to work on, being on time, because I remember feeling like, well, I was the only person that was always on time, so I was always waiting for people. And so then I got into the bad habit of not being on time. Well, that's not an integritous thing. That speaks to my character. And you want to always be a representation of excellence. And so have integrity. Check yourself all the time to be sure that you are not lacking in integrity at all, in any way possible. And if you are, correct that within yourself. I always say our ultimate collaboration has to be with God, because we are not perfect. We're humans. So we got to be able to, and if it's not God and you don't believe in God, then get a mentor, get a sponsor, get somebody who can help you to see yourself in a different way to where you can grow, because they see something in you that they can help you pull out of yourself, good and bad. Get a mentor to help guide you along the way. But my faith, I believe that ultimate collaboration has to be with God for a supremely successful collaboration. And then therefore you'll be able to transfer that light to others. So back to collaboration tip number 5. Be sure you remain loyal to your original terms within the collaboration until something else is agreed upon. And make sure you note that I said agreed upon. Don't move beyond the original terms and agreement on to the next thing until you rectify that last scenario, until you've communicated with all parties involved and you've agreed upon something. And even if you agree to disagree in that particular stance. At least have the conversation if you're going to want to do something beyond the original terms. It happens. It happens. Not all collaborations are going to be always. It happens. However, you as a person of integrity have to communicate that. So collaboration is a process. It is worth every challenge that comes when you get it right. But understand, you must commit to your original agreement or communicate adjustments prior to making those adjustments. Integrity, your word, your contract is everything. Key components. And I mentioned your word / your contract. If you have not begun using contracts in your collaborations, consider that. Consider adding contractual agreements to your verbal conversations. I know people that won't do a thing with someone else unless there's a contract. I know we do things with friends. I know in business we do things with people that we've trusted, we've done collaborations with before, we've partnered with before. But I would recommend, if you're a person who has issues with collaboration, that you start off with that. And even if you're not, make sure that you are covered, protected, and that all the things, the ins and outs of what you guys are going to agree upon are actually put on paper, documented, and signed. That way, it's in black and white and there's no gray. So those are our collaboration tips for this week. I want you to hopefully be able to have taken something from those tips to be able to apply in your life. And I'll tell you, guys, I want you to understand, collaboration is something powerful. It's amazing. It can really change your business. Don't run from it. So many people are afraid of collaboration because maybe something happened in their past where it was hurtful. There was a relationship misstep somewhere along the way. And if you look at it from an accountability perspective, as opposed to a woe is me, something was done to me perspective, look at what maybe you could have done a little different. Maybe you could have gotten a contract. Maybe you could have outlined the terms of the collaboration a little better. And I'm not saying that from the sense of it being fault, your fault, you at fault in that particular scenario, or even the person who you were in collaboration with or the company. But if you take accountability for the misstep, you own it and you can move forward. And when you can move forward, guess what? You can do it better next time. You can learn a lesson and you can gain the victory in that particular situation as a result of owning it so that you can move forward. It would behoove each and every one of you to reconsider if you just put that on a shelf and said, I will not be collaborating. I will only work with myself because I am the only person that I know will do it right. I am the only person that I can trust. Everybody has done me wrong. I challenge you to take a look again at what collaboration can do for your business. Take a look again at the possibilities. And let's go and let's grow. It's 2019, you all. It's time to propel. Let's do life different. So I look forward to seeing you somewhere soon. I want to once again ask you to go to www.coffeeandcollaborations.com to check out the website. Go to our Instagram and or Facebook page to leave us some comments, reviews, thoughts. Let us know what collaboration means to you if you like. Give us some feedback on this show. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And then also make sure to follow us and like our page and share it with a friend. There are benefits to sharing it with a friend. We track that and we will be reaching out to you if you share it with enough friends to get some free advertising for your business. Remember, you can advertise with us. We have social media advertising opportunities. We can come to your event as a podcast feature to be able to interview your guests. You can have a commercial spot, 30 seconds to a minute. And we can also do a live liner to highlight your event or your company, where I'll recommend people to come and check you out for the amazing you that you are. And last but not least, you can send in your mug to us. Just let me know if that's something that you like to do, and we'll coordinate and connect. You can send in your mug to us to represent your company as another way of advertising. So contact us at info at coffeeandcollaborations.com to get more information on how to advertise with us, or go check it out on the website. So thanks for joining us this morning on Coffee and Collaborations. Mothers, make sure to mark your calendars for the Mother's Day Oasis Escape bus tour happening here in Raleigh on May 11, hosted by Design Evolution Creations. We would love to have you. There are only 15 slots available. We're going to be touring Raleigh, hitting up different spas, and doing some guided meditation. We're going to have some surprises that I can't tell you about, but I'm so excited about. We're going to have food along the way that will make you not want to ever cook again, because I have some amazing chefs on staff that are going to be a part of this event. And then we're also going to be working with some bakeries, some local bakeries, small business owners who are making amazing treats and doing business well. And we want to support it. So the Mother's Day Oasis Escape, mark your calendars for May 11th. And once again, you want more information, contact me, Kimberly Winborn. You can go to Design Evolution Creations on Facebook and shoot us a message, and you'll see the event there, and we'll have a link and more information and details to be able to give you next week. But if you go to the Facebook group, Facebook page, you'll be able to find it there sooner. So we look forward to seeing you. Make sure that when you go out this week, you emit a light. Everything around you is attracted to what you're putting out there. So if you're putting out positive energy, that's what you're going to get back. If you're putting out negative vibes and energy, that's what you're going to get back. In the associations, in the way that people approach you, what you put out there is absolutely what you're going to get back. Have a great, great, great rest of the week. Open to collaboration.
You've been listening to Coffee and Collaboration, the #1 networking skill building show for people who want to take their skills to the next level.